I mentioned that Tyreek Hill was cut yesterday by the Miami Dolphins. We talked about it on PFTPM. So where does he land next? I thought it was interesting last night that veteran Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones took to Twitter with a message at Cheetah. It's clock emoji. It's time. And it is fun to think of a Tyreek Hill reunion with the Chiefs when he was doing his apology tour in early 2025 after he said on the way out at the end of the 24 season, it's time for him to leave Miami. We asked him if he regrets leaving Kansas City, and he acknowledged with some degree of candor that he does. Well, this is his chance. And last year, I thought there was a chance he gets traded back to the Chiefs. If he stays healthy, I think there's a very good chance he would have been traded somewhere during the season. So Chris Jones has made his wishes known. It all comes down to what Brett Veach, the GM, Andy Reid, the head coach, what they're going to want to do. And the complicating factor is the knee. When will he be healthy? Will teams wait until he can pass a physical, or will someone want to bring him in now and preside over the rehab and get him ready that way? He can still be in meetings and he can be learning. He's just not ready to play yet. He's not healthy enough to get on the field. And the more teams that want him, the more likely that someone will say, we're going to go ahead and make a commitment. We're going to make the bet that this guy's going to be healthy. And we're willing to stake whatever the contract is that gets him through the door. And it all comes down to how many teams want him. Chiefs, we mentioned the Chargers yesterday. I may or may not have mentioned the Bills here. I know I mentioned the Bills in the post at PFT, but hey, I know the Bills think the talent level is good enough by virtue of the fact that Sean McDermott got fired and Brandon Beane got promoted, but Tyreek Hill to the Bills, if he's healthy, hell, if he's not healthy, that's better than most of the options they currently have on the roster at receiver. The Ravens, I mentioned yesterday, they make sense as well. There's other teams. You're trying to move the needle. You're trying to make a difference. The Saints, they're trying to improve their offense. The Jets wanted him 4 years ago. It came down to the Jets and the Dolphins when Tyreek Hill was traded from the Kansas City Chiefs. He chose the Dolphins over the Jets. So I know the regimes have changed in New York, but they still have needs beyond Garrett Wilson at the receiver position. The Steelers across from DK Metcalf. There are going to be teams out there that are very interested in Tyreek Hill. And it may be somebody just makes that projection. They take that risk that Tyreek Hill is going to be good to go. And if he's not, at least they tried. At least they made that effort to make their offense better. And it's clear that Chiefs defensive tackle Chris Jones, as they bring back Eric Bieniemy as offensive coordinator, as they hope that Travis Kelce will return for one more year, you bring back Tyreek Hill. You get a little bit of an old school vibe in Kansas City. Don't sleep on the Chiefs. Last year was disastrous. Patrick Mahomes tears the ACL. They're going to be determined this year. And you look around the AFC, you look at the coaching changes, you look at the turmoil. The table's going to be set for the Chiefs to reestablish themselves, and Tyreek Hill can help them do it. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.